At a city railway station, there lived a beggar. He survived by begging from passengers traveling in trains. One day, while he was asking for alms, he noticed a tall man dressed in a fine suit and boots. The beggar thought, "This man looks rich. If I ask him for alms, he will surely give me a good amount." So he approached him and began begging. The tall man looked at him and said, "You are always asking from others. Do you ever give anything to anyone?" The beggar replied, "Sir, I am a beggar. How could I ever give something to anyone?" The tall man said, "When you cannot give anything, you have no right to ask either. I am a businessman and I believe in exchange. If you have something to give me, only then will I give you something in return." After saying this, the tall man boarded the train and left. The beggar kept thinking about the man's words. He thought, maybe this is why I never receive much money in alms, because I give nothing in return. But I am just a beggar. What can I give? After thinking for 2 days, he found no answer. On the third day, while sitting near the station, he noticed some flowers blooming on plants nearby. Suddenly, an idea came to him. Why not give flowers to people in exchange for alms? He liked this idea. He plucked some flowers and went to beg on the trains. Now, whenever someone gave him alms, he would give them flowers in return. People happily accepted them. Every day he kept giving flowers, and within a few days he noticed something amazing. More people were giving him money than before. As long as he had flowers, people gave him money. When the flowers were finished, the money stopped coming. One day, while begging, he saw the same tall man sitting in a train, the man who had inspired him. The beggar rushed to him and said, "Today I have flowers to give you. Please give me something and I will give you flowers in return." The tall man gave him some money and the beggar gave him flowers. The tall man smiled and said, "Wonderful! Today you have become a businessman like me." These words once again touched the beggar's heart. He felt that he had found the key to success. He jumped off the train, looked up at the sky and shouted, "I am not a beggar! I am a businessman! I can become rich!" People thought he had gone mad. The next day, he was not seen at that station again, 6 months later. At the same station, 2 men in suits were traveling. They saw each other, shook hands, and one of them said, "Do you recognize me?" The other replied, "No, I think we are meeting for the first time." The first man smiled and said, "No, this is our 3rd meeting." Then the first man said, "I am the beggar whom you taught what life really means, and later you told me who I really was. You are the beggar I once refused to give money to and later bought flowers from. But now you're wearing a suit. What do you do?" The former beggar smiled and said, "I am now a big flower merchant. I'm traveling to another city for business." Then he added, "You taught me the law of life, that we receive only when we give. At first I saw myself only as a beggar, but when you called me a businessman, I realized the truth. People were not giving me charity. They were paying for my flowers. That is how I became a merchant. With the money I earned, I bought more flowers and grew my business. Today I am a successful flower trader." Both businessmen smiled and walked away, talking about their businesses. Moral of the story. This story teaches us a powerful lesson. The law of life is give and take. When you give something of value, you receive something in return. The beggar changed his thinking, and his life changed. If you think small, you will stay small. When you think big, you become big. Your success is hidden inside your mindset. And watch how success comes to you.